You're listening to the November 8th, 2017 reading of Blossom Goodchild's channeling with the Federation of Light.
Blessings to you, wherever it is you are.
We are here, in this moment, with you.
Are you also elsewhere?
Indeed, for as with the energy of White Cloud, we are not just restricted, as you believe you are, to being in just the one place at one time.
It's not that I believe I'm restricted, far from it. It's just I haven't quite mastered the flitting hither and thither at will. Yet.
You shall. Many are.
Hints on how?
Without doubt. Faith.
In?
Truth of that knowledge, followed by intent, followed by trust of self, followed by practice, followed by knowing.
Thanks. I guess this can apply to so many things we think are not within our grasp.
Indeed, Blossom, limitations have been set in stone, it would seem, when we look upon restrictions the soul believes it has. Yet, this is just indoctrination over eons of your time, so that on a conscious level, as a consciousness, one truly knows they do not have these capabilities. One truly believes this. And in this way, that is why we say, set in stone. Yet, what is it that over time breaks down stone?
Water. And in White Cloud's metaphors, water is love.
So, dearest souls, the more you choose to offer more love to the self, the more the stone shall erode and allow all that was in it to dissipate, to clear, and in its place reintroduce to the mind, to the very being, that which is truth, that which one knows now to be possible. Have we not said many times, everything is possible? Yet your limitations prevent possibilities from coming to light.
This segues nicely into a question asked. You've been talking lately about manifestation and keeping up the high vibration. Yet, how is that always possible when we're being bombarded with that which lowers our energy, and perhaps indeed our very thoughts? You speak of free will, yet do we actually have it if our beings are being tampered with? The gentleman asks that if the lower vibrational beings of our planet can interfere with our beings in this way, then we could possibly assume that all human life would be happy for you to step in and intervene for the highest good of all. And you would be bringing back our free will, which is why you say you would not intervene. Rather long-winded way of me expressing this.
Firstly, we would say that your thoughts, moods, ailments, etc., are affected by that which is downloaded into the very air that you breathe by those who desire to control the masses, even though we are unsure of their ultimate outcome, for it cannot come about, because you, each one of you, are light. We ask without agenda for you, each one, to recognize the power of your light. Basically, and we mean actually in foundation of self, you cannot be controlled. You can recognize attempts, and in doing so, use your light to change thoughts around.
With all respect, what about assassins who are literally programmed? I've seen documentaries on hypnotism, etc., and I have to disagree with you.
Because you are not seeing it as we do.
Nope. I'm seeing it as I do. So how would you answer that?
Oh, dearest Blossom, how do we answer that? For it would surely be opening a can of worms, and we are aware, too, of that which keeps you safe within that which we offer. To reply to this, we would say, agreements are made on a soul level. For the understandings of such things would not, could not makes sense on a day-to-day basis.
Which is the only way we can see things.
Exactly. And this is why it is so difficult to describe and explain. We shall continue regarding that which we speak of, in that your soul, the who you truly are, is light. This light, shall we use the word, wins, conquers over everything, every time. Yes, you could come up with 1,000 scenarios that you think prove otherwise. Yet, take it from us, if you choose, that light is the power. Light has the power over all. To revert to the gentleman's question, there is a reasoning on a planetary level as to why we do not obviously step in. Yet, know this when we say, on a more subtle, more undercover route, we are doing so much more than is known to the public. For it cannot be so, yet. Much has been aborted by us that must not, and therefore did not, take place. Regarding pollutionizing the planet in a much more confronting way than is now presented, much has been prevented by us that shall come to light in future days. And you will see that those outside your planet have assisted already greatly, and there is plenty more where that came from.
Well, does that not take away our free will? For you say that is why you cannot interfere. Yet you are. So I'm losing the plot here.
We would say, whose free will? For each soul has it.
Oh, somebody get me off this roundabout. So, I choose to let you spout for a while, and I won't intervene and therefore confuse myself at all.
Many thanks. There are seeds in place that were planted in divine timing upon your planet. These seeds are you. You are the keepers of yourselves. You are the ones who must keep the seeds watered and sheltered and protected from elements that may harm. And in doing so, these seeds blossom into the fullness of themselves and open up, introducing their full potential. When, as this is recognized, felt, acknowledged by self, a metamorphosis occurs. Within this evolving, the true power of self awakens into the sunlight. As the sunlight provides nutrients with its rays, the flower is no longer just a flower. It becomes the beauty of light itself. Do you know what that means? The beauty of light itself? It means the fullness of God's self upon earth, within you, being. Feel these words we express. We ask you not to simply read them. Take them into your heart, into the depth of your knowing. Drink in their vibration and turn them into heartfelt recognition of why you are. Feel it now. Breathe in now in this very moment the trust of that which we say. Breathe it in. Breathe it in. Breathe it in. For it is the recognition of God that lives within you, that all expression of truth can be. That is why you are here. Do you understand this, dearest ones, at core level? By being God and bringing that knowledge of self to light, you take on a different approach to your task here upon earth. And all you need to do as God is breathe love. In and out. In and out. Breathe the breath of the God Self, the source energy, the divine spirit that you are. In, out, in, out, in, out. That's it. By doing so, everything in your life will fall neatly into place. Everything in your life will come together as it should, in love. How can it not? Nobody, nothing can control your breath. Nobody can control the desire behind each and every breath except you. And the more you do so, the more you let this be, the more love you are offering to the eternity of everything. And the more you do this, the more darkness has to fall away. For it cannot exist in such a light-filled vicinity. Oh, how we love you, dearest souls. Oh, how you love us. Oh, how love loves love. We know you are awake. We know many have been awake for such a long, long time. Yet we desire for you to jump out of bed and leap into action. Such a lot to accomplish, all this breathing in and breathing out. We encourage you also to connect with the assistance nature has to offer, for it is natural. Be with it. Be in it. Touch it. Feel it. It is there for you to assist the planet and all upon it. These kingdoms of in nature present in many forms. They are of an intensely high vibration, there to serve. Follow these guidelines, dearest souls, should your soul lead you to do so. And in this way you will find such greatness of self, so much more greatness than at this time you have yet imagined. Such joy is to fill your being. Such joy is to fill your planet. Such joy is to come about because you chose to breathe the breath of life, light itself.
Thank you so much, so very much. The energy that these words carry today is so strong, so empowering. I shall continue to breathe as a necessity, yet in the way suggested, and keep you posted, dear friends, in love and thanks.
In gratitude from us also, for the delight of this communication with all.